Alright, what's up everyone? Mecha here. Famitsu released their article on Three Houses and it's got some news in it. Also some old stuff, but some new stuff as well. And these two people on Reddit, ReftLight, I assume this is like left to right, but with the first letters reversed, and Cake Attack have translated some parts of it. So I'm gonna go over that and tell you what I think. And I'm sure they can be trusted because this one guy has a Marty avatar, so you know they can be trusted. So, stuff we already know. This is the 3 countries, 3 students, and your very own story. Sure. Caption on the Sothis: she looks like a young girl, but she calls herself an old woman and talks like one too. Yeah, I've kind of had it with this trope, to be honest. Let's hope you don't pair her up with anyone, because apparently no one can see her except the hero. So whatever. Yeah, more on her later, I guess, because head title above Sothis: mysterious girl with the power to rewind time. This is the part where Mila's turn wheel is basically confirmed to come back. Apparently it can only work for 1 turn though, as said later in Cake Attack's post. So it is there, and they powered it down, which is interesting because I think that's what most people asked for after Shadows of Valencia. Is like they liked the turn wheel for that game, but they thought it was too powerful. I guess we could have had it where it was instead limited more per map instead of how many turns to rewind, but we'll see. Like, for all these things, we can judge how it sounds right now in concept, but what's really important is both concept and execution. And I think the power to rewind time in Fire Emblem as a concept, it really depends on the execution whether it's good or not. So the jury is still out on this one for me. Sothis Bio, a mysterious girl who saved the hero on the Night of Fate. Her name is Sothis. Because she doesn't usually appear, no one but the main character knows she exists, who she talks to inside their head. Also, Sothis has lost memory of herself. Okay, so only the avatar can see this dragon girl. That's kind of weird. That's like special power for the main guy kind of thing. That's already raising some red flags. Lost memories is also a sign of not the most creative writing ever. Like, this is a very common trope. Ninian had it in 97, for example. That's also a dragon girl that lost her memories. So, yay. Well done, guys. But again, maybe they'll execute it in some way. We don't know. But right now, concept isn't going to get any rewards for creativity. Caption near Edelgard. Edelgard is always looking around calm. Is the main character someone worthy she can trust in? That's a good question. We don't know yet. I mean, we know Byleth is like a weird reference name in some kind of mythical thing. He's like the god of incest or whatever. So who knows? Who knows? Okay, Cake Attack made like a more elaborate translation of more stuff. So we'll go over what we didn't go over here. This is the most important part, I think. Each character begins as a noble or commoner as appropriate. This was pretty much assumed as confirmed by most people, but now we actually got it in writing, I guess. People pretty much assumed that because everyone looks the same, they are all the same class, you reclass them later. And that's right, once you reach level 5, you can first begin taking the class change examinations to become a new class. This doesn't reset your level. To unlock a new class, beyond meeting the level requirements, you need to spend the appropriate examination passes. Okay, but this is where it gets interesting. A unit passing has a random chance, as determined by factors such as ability. More on that later. This is just making me think, why? It doesn't have to be bad per se, but why do you need a random chance in this kind of an element? Usually things in the base, in the preparations, or like in my castle don't really have a random chance when you're doing them. Like, I know my castle had some random elements, like, I don't know what kind of items you find, but why does that examination need a random chance? It sounds like something Kaga would do, honestly. So maybe Kaga is influencing them from way beyond. That's weird. Maybe it can be 100%. The bandit reclass that Edelgard did in the trailer apparently had 100% chance of passing. That might have been like a developer thing. That doesn't actually happen in the game though, because we know that there was a girl that had like 100 crit on someone, and that also seemed like developer intended. So it's not confirmed that you can have 100% chance to pass, but I really hope you can make it that way, because oof, it's like a whole can of worms if your preparations can just fail. That's just weird, man. I assume you don't have like infinite tries, or there would just be no points. So can you like save scum for these? That would also be super weird. I'm not a fan of this concept, so they better execute it well. Classes give a unique skill, but don't determine what weapons you can use. They do, however, allow your ability to increase easier for specific weapon types, which gives certain skills, allows use of better weapons in that type, and increasing the chance of passing certain class examinations. So yeah, you can increase it, but the question is, can you reach 100? Classes may be changed freely once acquired. Students have innate learnings towards and away from certain ability types. So yeah, there's different abilities that we'll go over in a little bit, but I don't know, this is a lot of interesting mechanics. The question is, of course, how they're going to fine-tune it. How many X do you need to get Y, basically? That's what's going to determine how good or how bad it is, and how impactful is it going to be on the gameplay. From what I can see, the abilities that we've seen right now aren't spectacular, but we'll see. There's a new mechanic to turn back time a single turn. We've gone over this. It better not be unlimited, because that would be pointless, but we'll see. 2 difficulties, normal and hard, as well as casual and classic. Casual mode return, not a surprise to me. I can't even get mad over it anymore. It's really not... I don't think it should be part of Fire Emblem, but once it's here, I guess we might as well keep it for people who won't get into Fire Emblem otherwise. Like, at least it can be used to ease people into playing Classic mode. I'm not saying that everyone ever should play Classic mode, but if you want to get into older Fire Emblems, you might as well get used to Classic mode, and it really does make you better at the game if you play on Classic rather than Casual. So, I mean, if you're not interested in getting better, sure, it's up to you. Don't play Casual. Or, I mean, don't play Classic, whatever, it's up to you. But 2 difficulties is interesting, because oftentimes in Fire Emblem, the 3 difficulty thing, it's not been very good. Like, Path of Radiance Japanese, for example, Maniac mode was a mistake, but then when they transferred it to English, they went with easy mode, and that was also pretty unnecessary. So that was a game where it wasn't really very good. Radiant Dawn, it was okay, I guess. Easy, normal, and hard. I mean, hard mode had some flaws, like not counting not showing the tiles and making you count tiles, but it wasn't the worst ever. And then Shadow Dragon had like 5 options, and New Mystery has like a million. So I don't know how I feel about 2. I think 3 for Awakening and Fates was pretty good, honestly. Like a very beginner-friendly mode, and then like a reasonably challenging but not super ridiculous mode, and then for the hardcore players, like a Lunatic kind of mode. And I think not giving us Lunatic at all would be a mistake. So maybe it's unlocked after the new game, like maybe it's a new game plus thing. But right now, all we know is normal and hard. Different abilities. So the abilities are apparently like all kinds of craft, like sword craft, axe craft, lance craft, bow craft, physical magic, faith, flight, heavy armor, and horsemanship. And then there's a couple of skills, like sword craft level 1 gives +5 accuracy, +7 evade, and +5 critical. Those are all very small bonuses, but maybe the higher levels give bigger bonuses. And you know, they are fitting of like a Myrmidon kind of thing, so I don't know. Sword Slayer, +20 accuracy, avoid while fighting a sword equipped unit while equipping a lance. This is basically, this might just be the replacement for the weapon triangle, or the implementation of the weapon triangle, which is interesting. It kind of implies that you need to learn the weapon triangle or learn a skill before you can take advantage of a weapon triangle. Reminds me of how in DS Fire Emblem, like FE11 and FE12, you need to have a certain weapon level to take advantage of weapon triangle bonuses. So yeah, I don't mind this in concept. We'll see about the execution. +20 is a lot though. That's FE4 level weapon triangle. That's a lot. X-Craft is basically the same. Short range counter. So close counter, I guess, for Bowcraft. Counter when attacked from an adjacent space. Interesting. I don't know if I like giving archers 1 range. Like, I felt that's like a very lazy fix for them. But it might just come with a penalty. I think we've seen that certain abilities might cost extra weapon uses. That was like a very common speculation. And maybe that's also going to be the cost here, but we'll see. Physical magic, same thing. And Fate level 1, same thing. Class examples doesn't really tell us a whole lot, besides the fact that Warrior and Monk are apparently in this game. Monks use 3 types of magic, apparently. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me what kind of name tags they put on the classes. All I know right now is we got white, black, and dark magic. Black and dark seems like the same thing, honestly. They're both part of physical magic or something. I don't know. Execution, guys. Execution is gotta be the thing that matters. This plot thing, honestly, not very interesting. I'm not even gonna read it out because it's basically what we already know. I do like that we now know what the students kind of prefer from each country. Like Edelgard's country, they prefer magic, and apparently they like axes too. I thought I saw that somewhere, but I might have misread it. I know that Edelgard likes axes because she uses one. Dimitri's country, they like lances, excuse me. And Claude's country, they like bows. So I think not a whole lot of people are gonna pick that one, but maybe for the upside down memes, they just might. Who knows? Anyway, looking at the images, there's not a whole lot of other things we can really get. I'm sure there will be more translations or maybe improvements to the current translations that this video cannot cover. I just wanted to get this video out, gives you guys my thoughts. Again, I'm hoping we get some more news, and there's rumors that we're getting like more news every 2 to 3 weeks from now on because of Famitsu doing regular coverage. I forgot where I read that though. So yeah, I'm still sort of hyped for this game. I'm still cautiously optimistic. So part of me is like still kind of skeptical, but again, it's all down to the execution really. Like so far, the creativity level that I've seen is not very big, but that can all change once we actually see the game. We know that they're experimenting with some stuff at least, like random chance to pass examination. If that isn't a sign that they're willing to try new things, I don't know what is. So I could just be wrong. I'm definitely going to ride the hype train for this game when it first comes out, and if it ends up being wrong in the end and the game is actually bad, whatever, I'll have had a fun time. I will have a fun time with this game. I'm probably going to get it. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll try to keep you posted. See you guys around. Bye.